Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm working on my card for the CardzTV gallery design team, and I'll leave that link. You can click onto it and see what all the other design team ladies have done. The stamps that I'm using for CardzTV is Many Thanks, and I'm using the gratitude stamp, and it's kind of a Thanksgiving theme. So, you know, sometimes you can say Happy Thanksgiving or you know, thanks or whatever. So I like the gratitude one. I'm going to be using that one for this card. All right, so I'm starting out with a Nina Bright 65-pound weight cardstock, and I've got a couple layers here. Now notice this is white, which is fine. I have a cream color, I have a brown basil cardstock, I have a, I'm going to say this is probably die cuts with a view scrap, and then I have the coordinations, a little scrap of this too, and this is what I put through my embossing folder, which is this Doris leafy tree trunk. And as you can see, or maybe you have or have not noticed, I really only did about that much of the tree. I wanted a little bit of the trunk and a little bit of the leaves. And then I did my gratitude stamp, and I used the, get those die cuts for you. This is a Spellbinders, and I used a tiny one like that, and that stamps fit, the stamps fit on there perfectly. All right, so I got my distress inks, and we're ready to go. Now I haven't cut anything up or anything yet because I was trying to kind of decide which layer I wanted to put on which. I'm going to start out with putting the brown layer. I just made that executive decision. Are you so impressed? Let's move some of these goodies out of the way. I don't want to lose any of my pieces that I have here, which I do that quite often. If anybody wants to know, this is called truffle, and it's a little off the little crooked is what I'm trying to say. Just say it, Kim, you can say it. All right, so I straightened that out, and I'm gonna make this a little less than 5.5. And then I'm going to make this a little less than 4.25, like 1 line down. And if you guys are good at math, which I am not, you can leave a comment as to exactly what that measurement is, in case somebody really wants to know. And then let's go ahead and cut this down. I'll just cut this off right here because we're not going to be using that. And what do we have here? We have, let's do 2 lines down. Again, you can help me out there. And this is just 2 lines down there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this here. Whoops, it moved because it's not a straight edge. So we're going to do card base, brown, which I could cut a little bit more off of that. What did I measure that as? Oh, that's a little bit too big. So 4.25, 1 line down. 4.25 and 1 line down. I'm making up a new measurement system. So that's going to be right there. Now let me make sure I've got that one a little bit smaller as well. Mary does fabulous, come on, Kim, you can say it. The layer cards, I call them, where she's got the colors that she picks out to put on her layers of cards are just fabulous. There's no other word for it. I'm going to cut that down just a little bit more. It's just too much for my liking. Oops. I might have to fix that. That's better. And then I'm going to put this one on it. And again, just make sure that edge is straight. So I'm going to start out with a straight edge. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one. What have we got here? 5.25. Oh, let's bring that down even more. Let's do 5. I'm mixing it up here. It's not going to give me 5. What do I have across here? Oh, I can do it this way. Okay, so 5.25. See, when you're working with scraps, it gives you a little bit of a challenge when you're trying to work around all your little die cuts and punches and everything that you're doing. And this is going to be 4. Whoops. Oh, that is not a straight edge. That's gonna mess me up there. Let's see, we're gonna kind of play around with this a little bit here. This is at a 4-inch. I think that should be good. Now let's check out our layers before I put everything down and while I've got my trimmer out. That's good. And cut that down just a little bit more. When I'm all done here, I'll remeasure everything and then I'll put the information here on that video to see where we're at. Okay, so that's good right there. I think I'm done with this for now. Now I want to go ahead and sand off my tree, and there's 2 different tools that I use. I use either my Tim Holtz, or if you don't want to buy the Tim Holtz tool, this is just one of those nail file things, and it works just fine. So you can do either one. And the middle of this is like a yellowish cream color, which is similar to that layer right there. Kind of messed up right there. We'll see what we can do about that. And I want to cut off this edge right here because we don't need to have that on our card. And then I'm going to do something fun. I have some seam binding here. That's not long enough, so I'll go from here. And I'm going to say, oh, maybe about 12 inches. And if I have extra, that's okay. I know I'll use it. And I'm going to use, I don't know if any of you have ever seen this tool before. I got this when I first started doing cards. I don't know, it's been like 6 years now. And it cuts a little hole that is about that size. So I am going to make that cut. I want to turn it this way so I can see where I'm cutting. And the way I'm going to do it so that I can get it as even on both ends is I'm just going to line that up so that my tool is right at the edge of the piece of paper. And then I'm going to do the same for here. Now, if you have a big piece of ribbon, this one is actually going to be, the size of the punch is actually going to be okay. But if you have a bigger piece of ribbon, you can punch, side by side and make it the hole a little bit bigger. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull that through, or so she says. Okay, I want to leave enough that I can tie a bow and make this edge in the back flat, and then put this one through. Now, if you're a new subscriber to my videos, and maybe you're just going through and seeing like what videos I've done, and you've seen my CardzTV videos, you've got to go over and check out her stamp sets. In the beginning, I've always called them sentiment stamps, but she's come up with some really cute ideas other than stamps, sentiments. All right, so let's see how I can do this bow. I usually have a bow maker, but in this case I can't use a bow maker because I'm pulling it through that way. I think I got it. Good. And then I can make that little adjustment to whatever size I want. Great. All right, so I can put that on this way, or I can put that on this way, which I think I'm going to put on that way. And then I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to use 2 different colors on my die cut here. I'm going to use some spiced marmalade, just because I thought the card needed a little bit more than, some more brown tones. And this is the only color that I have that is similar to a Thanksgiving theme, that brown color. And then I'm going to use this frayed burlap. And I'm going to finish out the edges, and then even kind of go over the other edges as well that I've already done the orange. Kind of just mixing it up a little bit. Not really blending it in, but giving it some orange and some brown colors. All right, I think we're ready to put our, oh no, we're not ready to put our card together. Do glue over here. Okay, so I've got this. Look at my hole punches. That's so funny. It's so rickety. But it works, and that's all that matters. Now I'm going to go down here and try to do this so you guys can see. I'm going to go down, try to get it in the middle and just a little bit above the word. And I'm going to grab some American Crafts jute, and I'm looking for the color. It actually came in a big kit. I got a bunch of different colors. I don't see the color. It's probably on there, but I just don't have very good eyesight. I got to get new contacts and glasses and all that sometime soon here. I guess. I don't know. Old age. It's what happens. All right, so I'm going to actually lace this through and tie another little bow just like this, making sure that my die is sticking on the top. I could use some glue dots if it tends to want to fall underneath there. Do another little bow. A little double bow, right? Alright, I'm going to see if I can grab my glue dots here. It looks like it needs a little bit of help. And my tweezers are hiding. Oh, there they are. I just like using my tweezers for my glue dots. There's one right there. This will just help hold the bow in place here so it's not going to cover up my word. And I might even do a little bit, just thought about this right now. Seam binding does fray easily, so you know, be careful with that. Another thing you can do, which I'm not going to do in this one, but you can take a lighter and just carefully light the ends of it, and it causes it so it doesn't fray anymore, or it helps it so it doesn't. That wasn't the right word. Causes it. All right, so let's put this on. I'm going to go ahead and use my Tom bow. And I'm noticing here that I did score this incorrectly, so give me a second here. Let's see if I can fix it, because it's kind of wonky. All right, very good. All right, this looks like the basil. Yeah, I already talked about that. I'm sorry. So let's go this way. I like to get it on the edges as best I can, but I don't like it to, like, the glue to squirt all out on the edges, so... And again, I made this so that it's just almost the same exact size as the base of the card. All right, I'm going to put the cream one on. I'm just going to check again, make sure my sizes are right. And then this side has got a little ooey on it, so I'm going to use the other side. Not size, but side. Can you guys hear my phone buzzing? I put it on vibrate. Wahaha. And there we go with that. All right, and last but not least, let's measure this one again. I'm feeling a little insecure, can you tell? Have you ever, like, woke up one morning and said, how did I get that bruise? Or how did I get that cut? I don't remember doing that. Well, that's what happened to me this morning. I don't know if anybody of you noticed. I got a cut on my arm here. I have no idea. I have no clue. No clue where it came from. Oh, look at those colors. I'm so glad Mary's inspired me to do stuff like that. And then I put that right there. I was trying to think if I should put another cream colored layer, but no. I'm going to do it just like this. And you could, if you want, just put a little bit of glue on that ribbon. And right in the middle. My little Thanksgiving card. I'm going to move it up because I'm being OCD about this and this being the same size. All right. There it is. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions or if you have any comments, please do so in the comments and I'll get back to you. Have a great day.